Hey, I hope you guys are doing well. To my new and returning subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab a seat. If you do like the content that is being shared, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I do upload. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. Honey, I'm sorry I was doing all that moving around, but let's see who these hating ass husbands is, honey. Cause I have been having this message to get out since probably Tuesday, Wednesday. But again, I work for Amazon, so I'm doing 40, 50 hours a week on that Amazon truck. So baby, when I get home, I'm just trying to see the back of my eyelids. But today, I'm gonna try to get it done before we get on this truck today. I think that's gonna have to be how it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to get y'all together before I go, cause after the fact, baby, my heart be in the right place, but my body be like, we ain't got it. We depleted. We don't eat. So again, thank you for my new and returning subscribers for continuously rocking with me and supporting the channel. And we about to see who these hating ass husbands is, because again, that hating shit ain't no good for your fucking blood, bro. That shit gonna have you in the grave early, all kind of diseases and all kind of shit, because you want to hate on some motherfucking body because you less than. You can't fit the fucking bill. You can't get the job done. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, everyone you see, it's like everyone they see getting the job done around them, those who they choose to attack because they feel like no one should be better than me. You know, that's that narcissistic shit. They think they're smarter than every fucking body, but it's not. They're the dumbest motherfucker in the room, but they think they're the smartest person in the room because, again, every person that it counted with, every person that it mattered to hear it from, they never heard that from. The encouragement, the love, the care, the affection, they never received any of that from the people who they wanted it from. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore they go out and that's what they're doing right now, going out and taking it out on everybody else because they didn't get it from the ones who they loved and cared for, who they felt should have loved and cared for them in the same regard. You feel what I'm saying? So again, this is just a simple case of hurt people, but it really ain't simple. We finna see how deep they done went down the rabbit hole with this, because these people are butthurt about you superseding them. You feel what I'm saying? They're like, who told you you could do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? Why would you make me look bad like that? And that's basically where it's coming from. It's like they are really aggressive towards you. They really feel some type of way towards you. They hating on your ass hard as hell. Throwing all this magic hard as hell towards your ass because they're like, who told you to surpass me? Who told you to supersede me? I thought I said I didn't want you to be in this position, so you were not supposed to be. Who told you to continue to overachieve and to see things through and to fulfill your destiny? I don't want you to be above me because I'm mad because I wasn't this and I didn't get that. And so because I didn't, I want to make everybody suffer because of what I'm lacking. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're in a position to obtain the things that they did not receive from their loved ones. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to put in the work. They just want it to be given unto them. And because of your flawlessness and your effortlessness of how you attract these positive things into your life, they want to demolish you. Because they're like, it's not fair that everybody believes in them and nobody believes in me. You feel what I'm saying? What's so wrong with me? Why doesn't anyone want to encourage me, believe in me? Because again, they chose to take their hurt and their pain and place it upon everyone else instead of healing it. So therefore, when they go out into the world, they will attract their healed soul tribe. You feel what I'm saying? But again, they let that poison overtake them, and they've been attracting poisonous people. And when, after a while, they just felt like that's normal because that's all they attracted, because they didn't know any better, nor was they taught any better. So now when people are trying to tell them something, trying to teach them something, trying to let them know, like, hey, baby, this ain't the way to go. If you want to receive this type of attraction, this type of attention, this type of favor from the Most High, this is what you must do in order to obtain it. They said, no, forget that shit because I have obtained certain favor and certain things from, you know, the man downstairs, but it never lasted. So they then got used to that quick money, as quick as it come, as quick as it go type shit. So trying to reprogram themselves to put in work to earn what it is they hating on everybody else for, they don't want to do, because that, again, that's too much effort, that's too much energy, that's too much responsibility, that's too much accountability, too much of whatever they don't want to invest to get the long-term effects like you. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to turn around and hate on you. It makes no sense. Why do you want to be a hater? Why do you want to hate on someone for something that you are in control of, something that you can change, something you can make a difference about? Because they slack, because they lame. You feel what I'm saying? They want to be a hater for absolutely no reason at all. I don't have time for that shit. Yet despondence in reverse. They just want to take what you have. These people just want to simply take what you have. They hate that you are, regardless of the fact that what they have done to you or what others have done to you, smear campaigns and all this other shit in your face, behind your back, up the crack of your ass, all kind of shit. They mad because you had none of it affected you like it affects other people around them, and they don't realize why. And we don't have time to go down the rabbit hole and explain all that, because those who know. Those who get it. They don't get it because they refuse to know. And again, in the good book, it does say you will be held accountable for what you do and do not know at certain ages and stages in your life. They feel as though how they are doing or living their life is helping them avoid that. You feel what I'm saying? Being held accountable for what they do and don't know. So they're being remedial on purpose. But sometimes, you know, like I said, it's not on purpose. When you dwell in low vibrational energy for so long, it becomes a part of who you are. It becomes a part of you. It just, you know what I'm saying? It overtakes you. And then you become something that you don't realize that you really are. So then you have to lie to yourself and tell yourself, well, they are lying to themselves and telling themselves that they aren't what they really are, because they've dwelled in that energy so long. They don't want to take on what comes with dwelling in negative low vibrational energy. They don't want to wear that shit as a badge of honor, but they want to wear their struggle as a badge of honor. They want to wear their trauma as a badge of honor to excuse them, to remove the shame, and to remove the accountability. Well, I was this and I was that, and this was this and this was that, and this person did this and this person did that. So it puts me in a situation to do unto others that as I was done unto. See, they're applying that rule in the wrong context. And so you see the circle of confusion here? Yeah, that's what they want to have you in, and mad because they can't. And again, who problem is that? That's not a you problem, that's a them problem. They're mad because they can't overcome you. They can't overtake you with their negativity, with their low vibrational energy. They can't, they're projecting it, but ain't shit sticking. And they mad as to how and to why and what can they do better next time to get it to stick. Nothing. Because again, you stuck to the game plan. You stuck to the game plan, and here comes your unexpected income. Here comes your recovery, your bounce back, your comeback. You feel what I'm saying? Your pop out. Yeah, baby, these people hating. They hating bad as hell. They hating that is you and not them. Yep, they hating that is you and not them. Yeah, because you knew better. You knew not to fall for them traps. You knew not to fall for that deception. You knew not to get tied up with them. They may have been relatives, cousins, friends, or whatever, but you knew how far to push it with these people. You never pushed the limit with these people because you knew what they were capable of doing. And at those times, you may have or may not have been aware of your spiritual strength, but you didn't test the waters. When you seen that shit coming your way, you always got out the way. You feel what I'm saying? And then people be like, oh, you got this and you got this, you got that, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's because you seen what was coming. You seen the build up. It's like they draw you in by attacking other people because they feel like that's what you want to see. Oh, she want to see that drama. Let's create some drama for her and fake attack somebody else to get her to come back around. And then as soon as he or she come back around, then boom, we're going to jump on them. We're going to sneak attack their ass. Was no sneak attacking you. You already seen it. You always felt it in the air. Couldn't happen. And that's another thing that they despise about you. It's like that you can detect them. You can smell them in the air. And they couldn't really get up on you like that. Yeah. You release these people. Yeah. These demonic people that try to project their fucking insecurities on you and taint you with some shit that didn't have nothing to do with you. Having you feeling all kinds of ways in your feelings and emotions all up in your head about shit that don't got nothing to do with you. It's just simply projection because they want to take you off your throne, take your crown, swap destinies with you, and all of that. You got insecurity, you got wisdom here in reverse, and expectations. Again, like I said, they were expecting to be just like you, receive the favor and love from the Most High as you, without having to put in the work, without having the wisdom and the knowledge to use what they're trying to obtain for good. God knows they're trying to obtain spiritual knowledge and gifts to use it for bad, and that's why God is blocking them. Yeah, they have no pathway. They expecting some type of miracle to happen because they want to go and obtain. They see you reading a specific book or obtaining this particular spiritual knowledge, or they see you going down this particular spiritual path. They'll jump on it to obtain information to then try to play in God's face, much less your face, and say, well, I know the same thing too, and look at what I'm doing with it. Look at how I'm using it. Look at how I'm abusing it. All things can be used and abused. Basically, that's what I'm hearing. That's what somebody just said. Somebody just said that. And they just sitting back, bored, mundane, blending in, just simply existing. They're existing. That's how they want you to be. They want you to just to simply exist. And they take all your shine, your glory, your creativity, flow, all of that, and have you just dumb and confused. Almost like drawing a blank. You feel what I'm saying? They want you drawing a blank. They don't want you smart. They don't want you intelligent. Good morning. They don't want you intelligent. They don't want you to have any common sense about yourself. They just want you to sit there like a vegetable, basically. And everybody gets to come in. Pick a piece of you or take something from you whenever they feel, and you just supposed to sit there and let them do it. Yeah, and you just like, baby, this ain't gonna happen. They might have got away with it when you were younger, when you didn't know any better, but when you got sensitive about yourself and you realized what was really going on, and you realized that these people were haters, because when you stepped into your power and your true authenticity, they couldn't fuck with you. They couldn't even get close to you because you were shining so brightly. Shades wouldn't even help. Yeah, see, they was trying to block you because they was trying to get up out of poverty, and they wanted to do it out the back of you. And again, they wanted you to be the maid or the Cinderella of the family, taking care of everybody that's sick and shut in, and anybody who need help, and all this, that, and the third. You was just the family maid. That's how they wanted you to feel. That's how they treated you. But when you got fed up and you got away from that shit and you went back to living your best life, then they was like, oh, well, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. She stood up to us. He stood up to us. How dare they? Girl, people need to shut the fuck up. But again, as you got older, you started perfecting your gifts. And they seen you shine and become everything they tried to prevent you from being. They tried as hard as they might, as hard as they could, and they could not do it. And now they feel guilty for trying to change you up, bind you up unto them, and have you, living beyond your means, living beneath your means, not even beyond. They trying to live beyond, and they wanted you to live beneath. That's what they call balancing out the scales. This is what they call balancing things out for them. If they swap positions with you, life would be so much better. If everybody could just, it's like you was a laughing stock. Everybody came around and laughed and pointed fingers at you and embarrassed you, shamed you, whatever the fuck. And then come around and try to bribe you because they wanted your energy. You feel what I'm saying? They couldn't feed off that negative energy, but they just wanted to break you down like that. just to make room for them to come back in and try to butter you up with gifts and fake love and all that bullshit, just for you to pour into them energetically, and then that's how they were siphoning from you. But that shit is no more. That shit ain't gonna work no more. Mm-mm. That shit ain't gonna work no motherfucking more. Yeah, I didn't even know my little cards was messed up. Alright, I'm gonna pull these next, but I'm gonna get about 5 from this deck right here. I wanted to start with this deck, but here we are. Hey, all Father, I'm just seeing your messages and thank you. And yes, honey, this has been ongoing energy. Ongoing energy. And yes, you're absolutely right. It is narcissistic, psychopathic behavior. These people are psycho. To think that they can do and treat people like that. And they that's why they start on you young. Because they know getting damn well they ain't finna walk up on no grown person and just, cause they get the shit smacked out their ass. So that's why they start with you when you're young on that punk ass shit. Cause you still under under their thumb. They still have power and authority over you to command you and to, you know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be leading, guiding you in the right direction, but they're misusing and abusing your ass. So then when you wake up to what the hell been going on, and then not only just waking up, but getting to the point where you can do something about it, oh, then now they mad. Now everybody want to fight. Everybody want to call you everything but a child of God. Tell you how you turn the family up, how you doing this and doing that, and how is that so? How can you accuse someone of destroying the family when the family has made it their business for everyone to tear you down? You have been the butt of every joke. Everybody comes around you, and it's like you the center of attention, but in a bad way. It's like they're looking at something foreign, and everybody's walking by poking and, you know what I'm saying, picking on you and talking about you and all this other picking in the ass shit, trying to break you down because they're like, oh, you're not like us, you're different than us, trying to make you feel bad about your differences. And that shit didn't work. It just pushed you out there motherfucker way and got them cut off from the covering and everything that came with you being a part of that family. They lost out big time by treating you like this, and then they want to try to hold you accountable for them suffering, for treating you that way. Again, that's a them problem, not a you problem. If they would have been more cautious and they would have treated you better, they wouldn't be suffering like they're suffering. So again, don't take that shit on. That don't got nothing to do with you. That's a them problem. You want to sit around here and misuse and abuse motherfuckers? Yeah, you're gonna get your ass whooped, and that's just point blank and period. What the fuck they thought? I don't understand. Yeah, guidance from the universe. Open to, I'm sorry, open. Let me put this up because I ain't even got my damn glasses on. Open to the universe's wisdom of divine guidance and cosmic connection. Universal wisdom, cosmic connection. Yeah, and that's what you are. You're open to it. You've been open to it. They tried to close that door. They tried to shut you off. They tried to sever your connection. And it didn't work because they didn't realize who you were. They didn't realize the protection and covering that came with you when you were born into that family. So everything they was doing, it won't do nothing but making you stronger and building you up and making you more impenetrable. And so when it came to the time where you had you was made of, they always gonna crash out. Yeah, self-identity. Knowledge and affirmation, your true identity. I'm sorry, acknowledge and affirm your true identity to build self-worth. Self-awareness, self-worth, identity. Exactly. You knew who you was. It didn't matter what these people said or did to you. It never made you change how you thought and felt about yourself. And that was one of the main reasons I'm hearing that some were not liked. Because no matter how much they tried to demean you and talk down to you and tear you down, nobody can tell you nothing about you. They might can mistreat you, abuse you, and beat you or whatever, but when it came to trying to turn you on you, oh baby, that one gonna never happen. And that's what they were so mad. Why? Why won't you hate yourself? We've done all this stuff to you to make you hate yourself, and you just won't. Cause I'm not the problem. That's what I mean. I'm not the problem. You are. So why the fuck I'm gonna hate myself because you have a problem with me? Yeah, these people crazy as hell. Cosmic flow. Align with the cosmos rhythm to experience harmony and natural flow. Exactly, and that's exactly what you did. You just realigned yourself, and with realigning meaning getting your ass away from these funky ass people that was trying to take your ass out. Point blank and period. Yeah, intuitive wisdom. Trust your intuition to guide decisions and reveal deeper truths. Yep, sixth sense, inner knowing, perceptionist. Yeah, you knew what it was all about. It was like you knew at an early age. You got old wisdom. You were old, so you done been here multiple times. And they knew that as a child. And that's why they tried so hard while you were just a little pup to block you off from the spiritual realm and your gifts so that you would never reach your full potential. It didn't happen. They didn't realize again the protection you came with. So we have transformation and self-transformation. Embrace self-transformation as a journey of evolution and growth. Yeah, you embraced your growth. You embraced your journey. Everything you went through, you embraced it. You took it to the chin. You took it with your head held high. And you let God show you how to deal with whatever turmoil and all that you was dealing with. Yeah, heart of the cosmos. Connect with the cosmos heart to experience profound wisdom and love. Yep, heart, universe, core. Yeah, they try to break you down to the core. That's what I'm hearing. They try to break you down to your core. They try to destroy, shatter your heart chakra. But again, you was too tapped in already at a young age. You were real well connected. I'm hearing you were an elder. You were an elder in the spiritual realm. It came down to rectify and rebuild your bloodline from all this tainted bullshit that was floating around. Yep, shadow work. Explore your subconscious to reveal hidden aspects and heal from within. Self-discovery, deep healing, unveiling. Yeah, you went within and found out who you was and found out how to connect to the spiritual realm and your ancestors, and you started communicating with them, and they were teaching you how to be and to be who you were created to be. Oh, baby, them people can't do nothing with you because they already knew. They could tell by the way you was acting when you had connected to the ancestors, and that their time was running short. Now at this point they already know that their time is up, but they still again want to intrude. They want to put this pressure on you. They want to still try to break you. They just feel like at every stage in your life they're just gonna keep trying because you never know. It just be that one moment of they can catch you and destroy you, and that's what they hoping and plotting and praying for. that it just catch you in one moment of weakness and they can just take off on your ass. Girl, ma'am, sir, sit the fuck down with this shit. I don't, Y'all doing too much too damn early. This is too much. Whoever family member this is, or whoever is involved in this in their family, I'm praying for you. I'm so sorry that you are going through this and experiencing this with your family. This is, I mean, it's becoming too common if you ask me. Everybody going through this type of shit. But again, depending on where your ancestry was founded, again, it wasn't our fault, but you know, again, your family was imported over here and was caught up in all that slavery malarkey and all that bullshit. They're just doing unto others as it was done unto them, because again, they didn't have the time to settle down and heal, because there was always an upheaval. There was always some shit going because of the Jim Crow laws and how the world was just transforming right there in their face, and they didn't have nothing to keep up with the change of times. You know what I'm saying? And so because they felt like, you know, because they was angry that they got freedom but really didn't get freedom, and, you know, just continued to get their ass beat and just all kinds of terrible things happen to them, they use that as, well, that's all I know. Well, again, that goes back to what I was saying. Hurt people just hurt people. So we have to get that hurt and that pain and that trauma up out of our bloodlines in order for our bloodlines to rebuild and for us to get back to the level in which we were tore down from. You feel what I'm saying? But so much of that hurt and pain is still in our bloodlines to this day, because even though we made it through, we never healed through it. We just survived through it. So that's where majority of this Decepticon ass behavior is coming from back in those times. That's when the drama and shit was created. That's where the ripple effect is still coming from. You feel what I'm saying? The aftershock is still coming from that time. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody's acknowledging that shit. Nobody's saying nothing about it. They just like, well, the parents this, the parents that. Well, you have to think about the environment and atmosphere in which your parents, your grandparents were brought up in, to understand why they're trying to bring you up that way, or why they're trying to impose upon certain habits and traditions and ways of life upon you. Because you have to think, they only giving you what they know. They only doing unto you what was done unto them. Alright, y'all, got a few more minutes with y'all. I'm trying to make it quick. I don't like speed reading, but I got to get this out before I go. Yeah, what we got? Demeter, growth, nourishment of the earth, harvest, and chance. Yeah, you are nourishing your bloodline. You're bringing back the love, the nourishment, the royalty back to your bloodline. And those that ushered in the era of the trauma, not saying that that's what they chose, but that's just the era they were chosen to be in. And again, everybody wasn't, you know, as spiritual as they wanted to be, because again, they were held, those things were taken from them. And so then when they had freedom to practice those things again, it was laws put in place to, you know, prevent them from doing that. So the healing that needed to take place at the time couldn't, because their life was on the line. You know, they healed themselves from the trauma that their oppressors were implementing on them. So I don't know why why this is coming, that energy is coming out, but some of y'all need to change your perspective and think of the generational curses that you're breaking on your bloodline from that particular perspective, to help you get a deeper understanding about why this behavior is so deeply rooted in your bloodline. Yeah. We got goddess code. No fuck shit allowed. Yeah. See, they allowed all that damn gray area shit to happen, because again, they had to do that shit. They had to do that jigaboo ass shit, that cooning shit, to get ahead. They had to people please to get ahead. They had to lick ass to get ahead. You feel what I'm saying? They were the very shackles they was released from. They had to beg their way back into, because they didn't have anything set for them or put in place for them to survive on their own. So yeah, their masters released them and freed them, but they had to turn right back around and work for them again for their survival in order for them to be able to make it to the next, you know what I'm saying, stage in life, which is fucked up and was a setup from the beginning. But we're not gonna jump down that hole. But again, that's where though that shit is coming from. That's what I'm hearing. That's where that shit is coming from in your bloodline. Yeah, we got light worker, driven by a deep desire to serve those in need. You are blessed with intuitive powers and inner guidance. Yes, look at you, baby. Sitting there like a big old beautiful goddess, aligned and glowing and growing. I just heard the reason why they hate on you so bad because you're supposed to be the one that changes the bloodline, that shifts it back into the alignment with royalty, love, and light, and all the other stuff. And those who were in charge of the bloodline when they was taking it straight to hell don't want to relinquish the power, the little bit of power that they got left, because it ain't fucking much, because they on their last legs. Again, they're old now. They don't have the youth in them to continue this shit on like they used to. So now the younger generation, or where they kids or the grandkids, great grand, whatever, they have the chance now to step up and make a fucking difference. Because the ones that was standing in their way, preventing them from making a difference, is on their way out. They got one foot in the grave and one foot the fuck out. And you just might be the one to push them all the way over in there. Because again, their heart ain't going to be able to handle seeing love and light being restored unto the bloodline, and it didn't come through them. And they know they lacking where you packing. But again, that ain't gonna stop them from hating on your motherfucking ass. It's just, to them, it's more encouragement. Because you continuing to give them a reason. Every day they wake up and see your ass, you giving them another reason to hate on your motherfucking ass. Because you have not succumbed to the bullshit that they are projecting, which is the energy that they're in. And they don't want to realize, or whatever you want to call it, that shit is over with. That part of the bloodline is over with. That debt, that karmic debt, is being cleared. So all that energy that comes with that shit is being destroyed. And that's what they don't like. Because they now don't have a place to stand. They gotta sit in the corner like a little kid in fucking time out. From all the destruction and chaos they done caused in the family, trying to implement certain pieces of bullshit into the family that don't fit, that didn't do anything but cause confusion and commotion. They don't want to let go of that, because that's what their power. But that power trip is over with. We have Celine, power to give sleep and light to the night. Bringer of light and dark places, you are ever changing. See, that's what they don't like. You lighting up that shit. You putting that shit on blast. You like the police riding them down the block with the goddamn searchlight on. They like, damn bitch, you got my shit on fire, bro. You blowing up my motherfucking spot. That's how they feel about you. You blowing up their motherfucking spot with this shit. They don't like it. That's why they want to take your ass out. But you're tapped in. They can't do nothing with you. Yeah, we have psychic, clairvoyant, fortune teller, prophet, sensitive to supernatural forces and influences. Yeah, they know you the truth and nothing but the truth, so help them. And it hurts them to have to bow down to someone younger than them. It just does something to their ego. It's shattering it. It's breaking it. You got Hathor, dance, music, love, joy, gratitude, celebration. One that brings joy, high vibration. Yep. They don't like it. They don't like that you are bringing all this in. They want to be the ones who bring it in, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to bring it in. But they know they want to be the ones to bring it in. Shit, you better go shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down, because this shit right here, this is pissing me off. Because it's like, what are you trying to get at this point? What are you trying to get from this shit? You want to be this, you want to be that, but you don't even know how to be what you're desiring to be. You don't have what it takes to get the job done, but you too egotistical, too arrogant to admit the fact that you don't know how. And you don't want to ask for help. And you don't want to let nobody that you don't know. They don't want to let you know or anybody else know that they don't know. how to change shit, and that they sticking to what they know because it works for them and those that follow suit with it. That's their excuse. Well, it works for me and son, and it ain't working for y'all because X, Y, and Z. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm telling you right now, it's straight bullshit. They don't know how to be like you. They don't know how to transform. They don't know how to step into their true authentic power. They used to following orders. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir, master shit. And that's what they want because they had to do it. They was forced to do that shit. And it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say humbled them, but it broke them in a way to where they feel like they don't never want to have to answer to nobody like that again. And they want to be answered to in that manner. That gives them some type of, it bigs them up. It makes them feel like, yeah, I'm that motherfucker now. Now I'm the master. Yeah, now I'm the plantation owner. And these is my slaves. And if you ain't doing what I say do, and you ain't licking the crack of my ass and saying, when I say jump, you ain't saying ha, something wrong with you. And they want to destroy you, pick you off the tree, cut you off the family tree. Because you ain't trying to do all that shit. Get the fuck out of here. For real. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Let that stupid ass shit go. Oh, we got here. We got karmics. Family. Let's see. Libation. Yeah, see, they live in this lie. They living in this facade. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, they back here with all these altars and sending up all this, conjuring up all this magic and shit here, so that wherever situation comes their way, they got a mask for it. You feel what I'm saying? They bribing motherfuckers to go along with the facade that they're trying to portray to the world because they don't want nobody to know that they broke, busted, and disgusted. They broke down, can't keep up with the times. They can't keep up with the changes that are happening, and they don't want to let people know that they're spiraling out of control mentally, emotionally, and spiritually because they have to pass the torch and they're refusing to do so. So it's like the longer they hold on to it, the worse the spiritual ass whoopings and spiritual down the spiritual spiral, like spiraling out of control. They don't realize it's gonna get worse and worse until they relinquish the throne that they're sitting on because it don't belong to them anymore. It never really did. They just, you know what I'm saying, felt as though because they suffered the most and or their mama suffered the most or whatever, whoever went through the most, they feel like they should be the ones to take the throne next because they did the most suffering, and that's not how the exchange of monarchy works. Whoever suffered the most gets to take the seat next. No. Mm-mm. And so now they're getting mad, they're getting angry, and they want to talk to their friends on the other side and conjure up top of all kinds of bullshit to take your ass out and be sitting at your funeral crying and hollering the loudest, trying to say, oh, I don't know what happened, just, oh, God took them too young. All the while they know they just sent that shit your motherfucking way, and everybody in the family, it ain't but the head witches in charge that know what the fuck happened. Mind you, them the main ones that's sitting around like they Queen Sheba and everybody coming to see them and bowing down to them, bringing them gifts and all type of shit. And your mama and your daddy sitting over there in the corner, snot nose and sliding up and down the wall, and they telling people, you know what I'm saying, they sending certain people to come over there and project energy and certain vibes your parents' way to let them know that, oh, people care and this and that and the third, and try to cover them in a cloud of confusion so they won't figure out that the head which is in charge is the ones who took their damn child out, took the husband out, killed the dog, ran over the cat, whatever the fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they getting real ugly with this shit. Cause they like, no, I give it up when I die, bitch. And the way they going, that's how they finna go out. If they don't let this shit go, they will be no more. They don't have a purpose. Because again, their purpose is to intervene in God's work, which is you. And so since they don't want to start, God said, I have no use for you. I know not your name anymore. Depart from me. And boom, where they at? Gone. Gone. Now they got people sad and crying and marching their ass on down in the valley and planting their ass in the ground like a fresh down pot of flowers. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you sitting back calm, cool, and collective. And, you know, they're saying that you are aware of what the fuck going on. They're saying you too calm. You know how you see somebody in the middle of a fight or what have you, and they just too motherfucking calm for comfort. You like, damn, bitch, what the fuck? You acting like we watching the movie or some shit, and you back here eating popcorn and shit, and you see the person's level of detachment from the drama that's currently unfolding. That's you. Meanwhile, when you was trying to warn everybody before the destruction came, nobody didn't want to hear you. Everybody want to stick their fingers in their motherfucking ear and ignore your motherfucking like you're a liar. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And they should have, because the motherfucking ceremony, the ritual is unfolding right there in their motherfucking face. And everybody now is in sorrow because of a particular loss. Yeah. Yeah, the very motherfucking ones that did not want to listen to your warning, the very ones that was being sacrificed, and now the ones that lost some shit. Or getting ready to lose some shit. But it's motherfuckers finna be sad singing, low swinging. Sweet low, sweet chariot. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Meanwhile, you getting all this favor, all this love, all this abundance from the Most High because you stuck to the motherfucking plan. All this shit that they sent your motherfucking way to try to make you take a risk, to have you living in survival mode, it didn't work. It backfired because, again, you was putting in the work all the while. God is keeping his promise with you. That's what this is. This is the promise being kept because you kept your word with the Most High. And you never turned your back on the Most High. You never stopped putting in the work that was being requested and required of you. Yeah. And now you're able to create freely. You're able to live. Use your imagination. Create things that you never thought you could create because these obstacles have been removed, which is these people that have been trying to sacrifice your ass because they wanted to take your ass out because they didn't want you to be the next chosen one, the next monarch of the family. And now that they are all the way in the grave, both feet, now you're able to do this on your own and you don't have no more interference. And it's sad to say, but it's not a sad reality because your reality has changed for the better without the influence of these people who were trying to blatantly take your ass out right in your face. They weren't even trying to hide the shit. They were just trying to hide the fact of who the fuck was doing the shit. But they won't hide what the fuck was being done. Now with all the experiences that you have experienced, you're able to teach people about how to avoid this shit. You're able to teach motherfuckers how to play chess and not checkers. And plan. And be able to see this shit coming a mile a motherfucking way. Yeah. Now you able to relax, relate, and fucking release. You ain't, you know what I'm saying, stuck in your head about motherfuckers trying to take your ass out. Meanwhile, the ones who is fucking left, which is probably their grandchildren, great grands, their children, things of that nature, they mad at you because they feel like you took their people out. The people who they believed in. They way they was raised up. Now they ain't got nothing to believe in and they got to find their way. And they mad at you. And you're like, well, bitch, I can help you. They don't want your help. Because your help don't come with the clout and everybody licking their ass like it did from the people who passed away or who are going to pass away. So, you're just sitting back like, oh, well, that's not my problem again. I'm living and learning, living my best fucking life. Yep. And now you are, you know what I'm saying, getting all your wants and needs and desires met. Your worth is leveling up. Your net worth, you worth something now. Motherfuckers can Google you and see your net worth and be like, oh, little bitch, I didn't know you was like that. Yup, straight like that. Straight just like that. They don't like that shit. I don't like that shit, but they, again, that's their fucking problem. They thought that this day won't never come. So therefore, they won't planning for it, and they looking for it. And that's why it came in as such a big fucking surprise, because they just thought they had it in the bag, that they had themselves protected, and that nothing was going to happen to them. No one could do a fucking thing to them, and they was just going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Paid, laid in the shade. And it's just like, baby, who told you that? That's all I want to know is who the fuck told you that shit right there. Because that was some shit. That's some shit I would never do, especially when I know I'm not living right. And it's not like they didn't know. They knew. They felt that shit on the inside, that what the fuck they was doing wasn't fucking right. They felt that shit. It won't like they had to overly convince themselves of it. They ignored it purposefully. So again, they felt like because they ignored it or didn't obtain knowledge to understand why they was feeling how they was feeling, that they weren't going to be held accountable for it. No, you is. Because you should have dug deeper and figured it out. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But yes, honey, let me see something. Alright. Got about 10 more minutes. Hold on, y'all. Alright, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna get some closing messages here and see what the hell going on. Yep, single parent responsibilities. Yeah, they tried to play you. They tried to play you because you was a single parent. You went with your fucking baby daddy. Oh, your baby daddy don't love you. Nobody love you. See you by yourself. You this, you that. But that was not the case. You refuse to be stuck with a motherfucker who ain't gonna do shit for your ass just to say you with somebody, you have somebody. That's your baby daddy. That's your this, that's your that. You're not doing shit for clout. Yeah, see, you're not doing shit for clout. See, they doing it for safety and comfort. That's why that shit hit the flow. See, they stick with a piece of fucking man just to say they got for safety and comfort. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Because again, for what? What the fuck am I doing this shit for? Yeah. Ain't no love lost. Shit, you just took your love and invested it elsewhere into your children, into being a parent. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Twin flame. This motherfucker wanna come back and rebuild some shit with you. Yeah. Cause they know the grass is greener on the other side with you. Yeah, but they still... Oh, they want to sit up here and say they feel like you being fake because you not, you know what I'm saying, showing your right hand what the left hand doing. Fuck all that, bitch. Cause at the end of the day, this person was a cheater and they trying to come back in and rebuild some shit that they fucked up, and they want you to just be like a fucking open book so they can read and get the answers out the back of the book and not have to put in no fucking work. Get the fuck out of here. They think you stalking and lurking on their shit like them, and you ain't even thinking about their ass. You like, bitch, I got shit to do, and it ain't sitting around stalking your motherfucking ass. Yeah. Yeah. They finna call you because they see you ain't checking for them. Yeah. And that's the truth. That's the fucking truth. Honestly, they finna call you. They finna check in with you, baby. They finna check in. They finna check in because they want to know what the fuck you got going on and why you ain't trying to rebuild this shit with them like they trying to rebuild with you. Yeah, because you tired of looking for the shit in between the lines. You tired of reading in between the lines when it comes to this motherfucker person. You just seeing them for what they is. Whatever you show me is what the fuck I'm going to believe, and that's just it. And they like, well, how dare you? No, how the fuck dare you, bitch? How fucking dare you? That's the question. Yeah, but see, y'all attraction is undeniable. But see, they ain't got it all together. That's why it keeps fucking being a hit in the miss. Yeah. But somebody ready to stop all this fucking partying and having fun and living their best fucking life, because that shit ain't getting them no motherfucking well. It ain't getting them no motherfucking well. But they want to be mad at you because you protecting your motherfucking dick by not allowing this motherfucker back and all up in your business. Yeah, they feel like they got unfinished business with you. It's not you. This the karmic. It's the same thing, but it's for the karmic. They feel like the karmic is the reason why they can't be with you. This third party interference is why this person is coming back to give you the truth. Because they found out the truth about this third party and what the fuck they was holding on to. And baby, look at that. Karmic relationship, toxicity. See? I caught it. I'm like, this can't be my divine feminine with this fuck ass shit going on here. Yep, it's the fucking karmic. So this little karmic purposely put her nose where it did not fucking belong to interfere to keep this masculine from being with you. And they also tried to take away this masculine's divinity. They wanted to strip this masculine of his spiritual powers. They wanted to demolish him and bring him down to their low vibrational ass level. That's why your masculine can't leave you alone, because it's like they know you the only one that can help them save their motherfucking self from these demons that they done intertwined themselves with. Yeah, they in deep regret about the shit that they've been fucking doing. Yeah. Yeah, they was safe in this shit. They felt safe in this shit for once. Once upon a time, because again, it allowed them to think that they was avoiding karma, they was avoiding accountability, and they was avoiding karma. And it wasn't. They was just fucking racking it up. Rack city. Rack city. That's what the fuck they was doing. Yeah. And see, when you play stupid games, you win stupid ass prizes. Yeah. He ain't trying to play with this bitch no more. He ain't trying to play in this lifestyle no more, period. He don't want to do this shit no more. Yep. Yeah, and this girl ain't going out like that. She going out with a motherfucker bang. She like, bitch, if you don't want me no more, okay, well, ain't nobody gonna have your ass. Yeah. Cause she got him out here on drugs. She got this man out here on drugs. That's the main reason why he can't let her ass go and why he can't see past this hoe. Yeah, he's in fear. He's afraid to leave this girl because he's afraid of how his body is gonna react. I'm hearing, that's just what I'm hearing. He's afraid to leave the girl because he's afraid how his body is gonna react to with the withdrawals from coming off these drugs. Yeah, but there's no more romantic feelings here. It's just straight drugs, just straight up drugs. He He's coming out of this non-committal energy. Yep. But he don't want to rebuild this shit with her, and he blocked her ass. He's coming up out this shit here. He's coming up out this shit. He's ready to be committed with somebody who's ready to commit to him. He wanted to commit to somebody who he know gonna love and have his back for real. He's realizing what kept him together with this girl, and it wasn't true happiness. It was the motherfucking drugs. Yep, blissful happiness, bliss and happiness in reverse. Yeah, love in reverse. Strong affections. That shit is stew. She is cooked, baby. Yep. Could promise. Making changes. Yep. Yep. Financial. And she going broke. She losing everything. She trying to make this man lose everything. And he gonna get his spiritual punishment. You know what I'm saying? For going down in the valley with this shit right here. But at the end of the day, this is deck upside down. It's the whole deck upside down. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, but still. Yes, baby. She finna go broke because she put all her eggs in one basket with this masculine, and she depended on him to take care of her, and she got him dependent on her with the motherfucking drugs. He was the one in control, and she flipped the script on him by making him think she was in control by getting him strung out on fucking drugs. And now them tables is turning. And now she finna realize that she is just what she thought, just what she was trying to make him think that he was. She's gonna realize she is just that. And he gonna leave her ass in that fucking energy. Just like that. It's like, I'm finna leave you where I found you. That's what I just heard. I'm finna leave you right where I found you. He found her in this poor situation. This broke, busted in this energy. And he finna return her energy, return her back to wherever he found her from. He finna take her back right where he found her and leave her there. She was so big on taking his man down from where he was and put him where she wanted him to be. Well, he finna put her right back right where he found her at. Yeah, because she was trying to this connection. Having this man confused as to which way he should go when it comes to this connection. And it was far the fuck away from her. She didn't want him to fucking see that shit. You got unexpected. Divine intervention. Yeah, she was trying to block all that shit. She was trying to block all that shit on some, if I can't have him, nobody else can. Yeah, relationship connecting, and she ain't sorry. She's not sorry that she intervened in this and blocked you and your person. Yep. She's not ashamed of what she did. She's not. She's just mad because her time is up and she ain't working no fucking more. But I love you, my darlings, my loves. And hopefully this is a light day for me today. And I can get back to y'all and get y'all another reading when I get back later on tonight around 8:30. So, my darlings, my loves, these are the messages that I have for you all today. And until next time, my darlings, peace.